Palm Mute Maniac here. In today's video, we're going to talk about Grounded 2 and the Night Stalker set. This is a new set. You have to defeat Axel a few times to get it. And off the bat, the set, it has some good things going for it. But there's some stuff. I did a lot of play testing. And I found the best way that I like to play with this set. And I think that if you play the way that we're going to show today, it actually makes the set very fun. So off the top, we'll talk a little bit about what we think we get. We get the Ranger Armor ×3, which increases damage dealt to enemy weak points. We also get Buggy Criticals, which means our Buggy has a higher chance to do critical strikes, which is pretty good. We combine that with Buggy Vampirism. That is what the Trinket, the Night Stalker Fangs. This is the easy to get Trinket. All you have to do is craft it. And so this together is a nice little set. And then the set bonus is Dreadful Duo. So if you wear all three pieces of the set, critical hits dealt by you or your Buggy, excuse me, glitchy game, inject venom and interrupt into a burst of extra damage. So that's what you get with this set. Right now, the game settings, we are on medium for this demo, and we are using the Orb Weaver spider mount. You can do this with the ant spider mount as well, but it's not as strong. I mean, arguably it's stronger in some ways. And so what I do is, when I first got this set, I thought perhaps it was a bow and arrow build. Especially when you look at the mutation that came with the set. And the mutation is Pheromone Shot. I've learned that this is not the way. This is the way to fight a boss, in which you want to hide behind the Buggy, but the Buggy threat isn't really working. The way seems to be Javelineer, Parry Master, Natural Explorer, and Cardio Fan. So what we basically do is we bushwhack things. We just, the bug is living its best life. We just come out of the woods, spring attack, and go crazy. So the setup is, we're going to use the Axel's Talon with Venom attack, with the Ladybug Shield. We also want to have a handful of trinkets in slots 1, 2, and 3. I like Volatile Capacitor, Spicy Shard Trinket, and the Mint Trinket. So essentially, if I'm creeping up on somebody, I can switch immediately to these trinkets, and I'm already doing the damage that I need to do that counters that bug. What do I mean by that? Well, in all of the bugs, they have weaknesses to certain things. So if I'm fighting a mosquito, I'm going to fresh. Stink bug, I'm going to fresh. Spider, I'm going to fire or spicy. If I'm fighting a scorpion, I won't use fresh, but I will probably use spicy, honestly. Spicy will just, there's no resistance to it, but there's also no weakness to anything. And so, you know, you kind of go play by play, and you make your decision. It requires you to know which is which is why peeping is so important. But in any case, with the build, what we want to do is we want to run around with number 4 selected. Let me eat some food. We want to run around with number 4 selected. We want to give our Buggy vampirism. This basically means when we do damage, when the Buggy does damage, the Buggy heals. So that basically means that while we're riding the Buggy, the Buggy on its own, let's say you were off the Buggy, not very aggressive, likes to hold the block button a lot, likes to circle its opponent and do this. That's what the AI likes to do on the Buggy. However, if we're riding the Buggy, we can be pretty damn aggressive. So there's an Orb Weaver Jr. over here. He's gonna see us and lose his mind. There he is. Okay, So Orb Weaver Jr., come on out. You know you want to fight. We can just start going 8. Every time we do damage, every time we do a crit, there is a Venom Eruption. We've done it once. Now look at our life. Our life is actually not that low on medium. We only lost a little bit of life during that confrontation. That's because every strike that we do is healing us. Another good example, let me find something a little bit bigger. Let's say, see these mites here? If I'm gonna let them hit me. Hi. So we're gonna let these guys hit me. We're gonna let the life go down. Okay, I have 3 mites here. Now what if I run them over with the shift button? Look at that. I just healed. So by shifting through groups of enemies, I'm doing this splash damage. I hit shift, it does this little scurry move. And all of that splash damage is healing me. This is all because I have this trinket on. So, if I want to fight something a bit bigger, let's go look maybe for an Orb Weaver spider. And also, I'm running over insects this entire time and just doing damage. So there is a couple Orb Weaver spiders over here. Let's go see if we can find one that is a junior. This is just run these guys over. That's just basically oh, well, this actually might be a good fight for us. So we'll fight this ladybug here. So the first thing I'm going to want to do, I make sure that my trinket is on, and then I just start fighting the hell out of it. I want to do a good amount of damage. I want to do maybe like 1/3 of health. Now I'm going to jump off by holding control. I'm going to dodge around the back, and I'm going to switch to whatever it's weak to. So it's weak to fresh. So because it's weak to fresh, the buggy will have almost as much threat as me. See how it doesn't know who to attack? Well, it attacked me, it attacked the spider, it attacked me, it attacked the spider. My buggy is now down to 50%, so I switch back to number 4. And now I start running into stuff with the shift key. So this entire fight here, I can shift into these little insects. And look how much health I'm getting from just shifting through an attack. I can take out an entire ant colony on medium. On the back of this spider because of that vampirism trait. Now, on its own, it wouldn't really be good at any of this. It doesn't shift through. The AI isn't really efficient at using the shift key or the attack key, and it spends a lot of time blocking. But we, the player, we could actually be smarter. The buggy is doing critical hits. The buggy is doing all kinds of stuff. So now we're going to fight. We've just taken out almost an entire ant colony by ourselves. We haven't lost any health. And we are in the fight here against this ladybug. So let's do it again. I'm going to take some damage off of the ladybug. And now I got knocked off. That's okay. I got knocked off. I'm going to go around the corner. I'm going to put on the mint. I do not have aggro yet, and now I'm just going to basically have free range at attacking. I have to do more damage than this spider did before I take aggro away from the spider. But most of the time, it's not going to happen. Buggy is at 50%, and here is a mite. Run it over, get some health, or go find some more things. Oh, you know what? I have to switch to... I always have to switch back to the trinket. That gives me the health. That would have healed me. I'll run over those 2 mites with the trinket on and get a little bit of health that way. Or I can go pick a fight with something small like this. More health. Yes, I do see my drinker die. Got some health that way. It's a little glitchy. Like, if there's like 2 or 3 mites, I got some health by running into that. Let me see if I can find some mites over here. But you also heal over time. But ideally, you can pretty much take on the entire park this way.
I can feel my cells rehydrating.
Alright, we're rehydrating. Sounds good. We're gonna go fight a scorpion. I'm sure it'll be about the same result. So scorpion I would throw on either shock or fire, depending on who I'm fighting. And the Scorpion, I want to do enough damage on the Scorpion where I maybe like 40% damage to the Scorpion. I want there to be a lot of threat on the Spider before I go attack it. So there are some Scorpions near these blueberry bushes, which is where we're headed. Actually, screw that. We're going to fight a praying mantis. There it is. Mantises are bad against cold. I'm going to fight this thing. Get lots of damage on it. Go for the block, and then we get knocked off. Switch to this. And we didn't do as much damage as I would like to have done. But we are not in the spider should be able to take aggro occasionally. It keeps switching back and forth between us. If we did more damage, this would work a lot better. And see how the spider is just blocking more than attacking? But we are able to double team this thing. And we are on medium, and we took that mantis down really fast, man. So now I switch back to this so that I have heals. If I could find some small insect to regenerate myself, I will. I just want to have enough HP so that when I do run into a large bug, that I'm attacking and regaining health more and more. There is a Scorpion right over there. Cockroaches is actually becomes a laughably easy fight for us. So I just did 2 critical hits on medium, but the health is almost completely gone. And from here, I definitely have more than half health, so I could jump off, switch to fire, and just come in behind this guy, finish him off. He's going to get back up. Or not. Okay, well, there should be a roach head. Usually you get the roach head from these guys, but
way less scary.
Apparently he wasn't big enough. Alright guys, anyway, that is the entire video. This is pretty much how I am bushwhacking every insect with this set. I'm doing a lot of switching. I'm keeping the spider alive here. I'm taking advantage of the full Night Stalker set. On medium difficulty, you pretty much have nothing to fear. You know, the wolf spider kind of goes down the same way, guys. You just essentially just have venom to deal with, but as long as you're not overwhelmed by a bunch of things, it's pretty much just like that. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.